All right, we'll get started. Jess, congrats on the win today. That was a dominant match. Can you share your thoughts on the win?
Yeah, I thought I played really well. Mixed it up, a lot of variety, served really well. Just played some really good tennis today. I mean, there was times where I felt like I was really on and kind of in the flow with everything. So really glad with, my performance.
Isla's tough. She's a tough hitter. Just talk
Mhm.
about what went so well for you against her.
Well, I thought I besides getting broken the first game, I served really well, which I think she returns very well and can put a lot of pressure if you're not serving well. So that was definitely something that I thought I did. I did well today, and I had to do well today in order to play a good match. And then I just had a lot of drop shots, slices. Kind of wanted to play a little bit more clay court than when I've played her in the past on the hard courts. Kind of mix up the variety and maybe make her feel a little bit more uncomfortable because I know from the back and from the baseline, when she gets in a rhythm with things, it can be really tough. So just tried to use more of my variety.
And looking ahead to Danielle, you've never lost to her, I think, in 5 matches, and maybe only one set you lost to her. Talk about thinking ahead to that matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played her in a while, so I feel like it might be a little bit different. Um, just playing her here, where she obviously plays some really good tennis, defending champion, has had good results here. Just had obviously had a good win over Ostapenko. Someone hits the ball really hard. So she's obviously, playing some good tennis. And I mean, I guess we'll see. I guess it's good that my record is 5-0, but again, I can switch at any moment. So just treating it as if it's maybe the first time we played. But I'll look back on maybe a few of the old matches and see, what it is that I've done well to win against her. But it's been a while, so I feel like it's the record doesn't really matter as much.
Just broadening out a little bit, there are so many young women, young girls that get to come watch, see all of you and the other women performing at such a high level. When you get to see them watching you guys, what do you want them to take from seeing women performing at this high of a level? And then also, what do you want your legacy to be with that younger generation?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think I mean, first of all, it's amazing there's nothing better than, I mean, we love all of our fans, but when you have the kids, it's what inspires you, and kind of brings things back into perspective when you win or when you lose or whatever the situation is. I think we've all had those stories where, one person was a ball kid, one person went and they have the old picture of signing autographs and the pictures with, even the young guys with like Novak or someone like that. I think it's so cool. And you never know when you take one of those pictures with one of those girls, if they're going to be maybe beating you in a couple years. So you never know how that's going to work out. But I mean, I think I've learned that you just want to inspire the next generation. You want to give back to your sport that's given you so much and has led to an amazing career or whatever your journey is. And giving back to that is really important. And that's always inspiring the next generation. So there's nothing better for me than when I see young girls come up to me and they're really excited. And, you remember what that felt like when you were that age. So that's amazing. And as far as to what legacy I want to leave, I don't know. I think it's just to work really hard and to compete and to fight and always hopefully lead the example of, that those girls can go out there and they can set goals and they can set dreams and that they can reach those. And it maybe seems a little unattainable at times, but that's when you set your mind something, you can achieve it and you can do it if you do it the right way. In whatever aspect, if it's tennis, if it's school, if it's something totally different, it doesn't really matter. And I think I just, always want to give that example that you can dream big and you can go for your goals. And it's a long journey, but you can get there.
You've been around professional athletes in other sports at the Olympics. You've been around a lot of NFL players. I just wonder, is there a similar mindset in those sports, or have you learned some things from athletes from different sports and taken that into tennis?
I To be honest, I always think that the other sports are not like Olympics, maybe different. That's a cool experience being able to be around so many different sports that just work so differently. And I can't imagine what it feels like to have to perform every 4 years or for the Olympics in those moments. Tennis, we get a chance to kind of redeem ourselves almost every week. And the Olympics, when that's your entire goal in your entire life mentally, totally different than tennis, and I don't know how they deal with that. I would be an absolute mess. So I've just thought that's incredible. And as far as the team sports, it's just a totally different dynamic. There's so many players, staff, people, like a lot of moving pieces and a lot of different moving parts. I mean, yeah, like obviously the Bills or the Sabres, I feel like they're kind of spoiled compared to tennis players. Like, I don't know, they have these amazing facilities, they have like everything for them. And I'm like, you know, tennis is just different. You're kind of grinding week to week. You kind of are in charge of your own little team. And I feel like you're making a lot of decisions where as those teams are much bigger, so there's usually other people kind of doing that, which maybe is a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, it could be good that as a tennis player, you kind of get to make your own decisions, where if you're on a team, maybe you don't like it, you don't get to make those decisions, you're not happy with those decisions, you can't really do much about it. So maybe there's a little bit of difference there. But yeah, I just think tennis being an individual sport is so hard. But I am jealous of the team aspect and the camaraderie of having a team and winning with a team. Whenever we have team events in tennis, I feel like those are some of the best weeks. And it sucks that, you know, it's great when you win on your own, but it's pretty amazing when you have a team around you. So I do think that aspect is much different and looks a lot more fun than just on you the whole time.